And now I can maybe hear some. Can you hear me, Hanneli?
Es como un zumo en la casa.
Can you hear me, Hanley? Rockets. All right, it's 5 o'clock. Anybody else here? Harry.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, whoops. Hey.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. I can see Amanda joining.
Cool.
Hello.
Hi.
I
Hi.
like that.
All right.
Okay. The phone was still on the charger, but I'm going out as well.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Hello, Amanda. Well, yeah, isn't that it's a merry-go-round? It's in the middle of the town in Toulouse, south of France.
Where are you?
So I am in Toulouse. That's where I live.
Ah, I'm coming to visit you.
Yeah, please do. You're welcome anytime. I'm just gonna switch around so you can see me for a moment, I think. Can you? No, I'm still there. There I am.
Just a second.
Oh, I see you, Harry. Okay, so I'm here. Now I'm there. Okay. So I'm
Hi.
mostly gonna, hey. So I'm mostly gonna keep the camera outwards because, well, it's an experiment. And Amanda, it's your first time, but every time there's something different that happens here.
Okay, cool.
So some experiments are more original than others.
Yeah.
And
It's Colin's fault, by the way.
yeah. And the experiment today is to do an exploration based on some in town, preferably. So for anybody who is around town, it works particularly well, but you're welcome to participate any other way. And the idea is that we're going to get some hints. We're going to use an app I have on my other phone, which is called Dérive. And the idea is to do urban exploration with hints that don't really necessarily fit for wherever you are, but that's the fun part. So it's going to tell you to go left, and then you need to figure out what the hell that means wherever you are. And we're all going to try to follow the same directions, and then we're going to see what comes out of that. And if you're at home, it doesn't really matter, but try to somehow follow the directions anyway. The idea in it is to sort of discover some things we didn't know were there. We're kind of applying a map to some place that doesn't necessarily fit, but we're going to make it fit, and then we're going to discover some new meaning from doing that. And we'll see how that works. And also part of what's different here, if you can make your camera sort of point towards what you're exploring rather than towards you, because in most of these we're sort of sitting looking at each other, and it's in part to try to see what happens when we look around and we explore instead, so to change the perspective. All right, so let me see who else is here. Hi, Doug. Hi, Colin. So I just want to check, do any of you incidentally have downloaded that app I suggested called Dérive? Like one of you, okay, otherwise it would make it easier. Well, I have it on my other phone, it's fine. So just if any of you had it handy, then that could work also. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens. Hadeli, are you there? Can you speak? Well, she's not talking, but she's around doing stuff. She's finding interesting things Johannesburg, or I don't know where she is exactly. Anyway, so I'm going to bring up the app on my other phone, and I'm gonna pick the first hint of what we're supposed to do, and then we'll see what happens. And you at home, find a way of interpreting that. I mean, the right attitude is sort of, well, of course it's gonna work. If you're gonna go left, you're gonna go left, whatever is there in your office or something. So we'll see what happens. So I'm picking the first card that randomly came up. The direction is follow someone wearing a hat. Follow someone wearing a hat, and I'll show you how that looks on the app here. And that's probably easiest for me. I don't know what the rest of you are going to do, but I'm going to turn my camera around. I'm going to follow somebody with a hat for a minute or something, or 2 minutes, and hopefully Hannah-Lee can find somebody with a hat too, and the rest of you see what happens, and then we talk about it a little bit afterwards. I'm going to change my camera and find somebody with a hat. Okay. Let me see, somebody with a hat. Not very many people have hats.
Behind you was one, and
there was one, and actually that guy has a hat, but I wasn't planning to go that way, but that's what I'll have to do. So, so I'll follow the guy with the hat. So he's also wearing all red, and he has a girl with him. It's a little weird to sort of follow people on the street while commenting, but it he looks nice
You're
enough.
not like Google.
Yeah. So it's a little weird. So no, thank you. So there's no saying how long I'm going to follow him. He's actually walking towards the metro that I just came from. So I'm not gonna go on the metro again. So, but we're walking down the Allée Jean-Jaurès. Oh, that's a cool guy with in silver. Whoops. So we're walking down one of the big boulevards towards, yeah. So it's kind of like you're there. There are movie theaters, the 2 metro lines. There are only 2 metro lines they cross here in this metro station. There's like an American burger place. There's McDonald's. There's oh no, it's everywhere. The French.
Sorry for you guys. It's not.
Yeah. It's okay, but the French actually kind of like McDonald's, McDo they call it. Anyway, I'm just gonna see what he's not gonna go to the metro. He's turning right there. Well, I'm not sure if I want to follow him much longer. But anyway, this was the guy. So, Hannah-Lee, did you manage to find anybody with a hat? I don't know if you did. Okay, so I don't know what comes. Well, a guy with a hat, he could go anywhere. So one doesn't really know where that goes. I mean, that guy has a hat too, but I'm going to go on to something else because we'll see what else can happen. So I'm going to draw another card. I hope you're ready, Hannah-Lee. I'm going to see if I can bring it up. Next card. And I'm going to try to turn around if I can. There. Oh, all right. That says turn. Hi, Hannah-Lee. So in the next direction says turn right in 2 blocks, whatever that means. So in 2 blocks. If you're at home, you could like 2 doors or something. But turn right in 2 blocks.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna do that. And Harry, well, I don't know why. Harry is getting lost already, so we're gonna.
Oh, Harry is going somewhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe, yeah, we can talk about it the next round. I'm just gonna switch it around here. Okay, so I'm gonna turn right in 2 blocks.
I think if one more person starts moving, I'm gonna throw up all over my computer.
Then you're gonna what?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw up all over my computer.
Oh, because of the movement. Yeah, you don't have to stare at it. Oops, I fell over the curbstone.
Doug, why don't you go moving? And I go moving
Yeah,
also.
Yeah, I think maybe you should move, Doug. You shouldn't just stare at what we're doing, and you get nauseous. And there could be like lessons in all of this of our life and conversations. That's of course the idea of what else can we do with this if we're exploring. So I'd say this was maybe
okay,
one.
Thomas, wave.
Yeah. So are you? Oh, you're. It's interesting, Harry. So you're inside a building there. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll probably. Well, I'm calling this 1 block, so I'm gonna move 1 more block. And so this is a round square, which is called Place Wilson, which I think is for some American president or something. I don't know which one.
Oh, gosh.
And there's a fountain with a poet and a naked muse. There's always a naked muse, and no matter what you are, if you're a mathematician or anything, there has to be muses. That's the French style. So are you getting lost, Harry?
Harry's getting out of the building. He's in the elevator.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I mean, we might find all sorts of things, treasures, unexpected rooms. So I'm gonna turn right here. That was 2 blocks, I think. So here we are, Wilson, President Woodrow Wilson. Okay, that's not just anybody, of course, but this is, I didn't realize it was Woodrow Wilson. Is there another one? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm turning right. I'm gonna go down there, which works pretty well. It's a guy playing guitar. Okay, so what happened with the other guys when you went right in 2 blocks? So Annalise still walking.
Harry is now on the street.
Is Harry's on the street? Okay. So what is that, Harry? That's a box of some kind.
And the camera is upside down, Harry.
Yeah, what are you? You're upside down, Harry. I'm gonna get run over by people.
Dog.
What is it, Harry? Is that a mailbox or what is it?
Garbage, I think.
It's garbage. It looks
Maybe
sort of.
It's you never know there.
Yeah.
Well, it's the garbage collector when I need to get
well, sometimes you get garbage. Okay. All right. Are you happy with where you ended up, Harold? What are you doing with your wallet?
You need to open it. It's
Yeah.
Dutch. In some cities, you have to demand access to your property.
Oh, yeah. It's not just for anybody.
You know,
it's like for.
They measure your waste.
Oh, really? That is kind of what's going on there. It's like electronic. Yeah. Wow. You needed ID.
You are a good citizen.
You needed ID to throw away your garbage.
It's bad. I know.
All right. Well, we haven't gotten to that here.
No.
Okay. Well, we sort of went right, I think. I'm going to get another card. Let me see what it says. So next card. Okay, that's...
Nice area.
Yeah. So next card, cross the road, it says. Cross the road, whatever that means to you. I'm going to cross my road here. Mine is actually a walking street, but I'm gonna cross it anyway. It used to be a road or street with cars, but they turned it into a walking street, which is better. All walking, okay. Oh, I still need to watch out a little bit to cross, but okay. All right, I'm gonna cross then. Okay. So what happened with you, Hanneli?
I must say, France is always more beautiful.
Well, usually it's always interesting, and they're still relatively
Harry, where are you going?
old buildings.
Does it say the next one, go and drink tea at the neighbors?
Well, it could happen.
Look at it, because now it would be good time for Harry.
Yeah, so well, you can add little tasks to it. I mean, if you meet some interesting people, just meet them. And...
Doug is outside.
Oh, good. That's much better. So he doesn't have to get a headache. All right. Is he? He's in the dark. Oh, he's there twice.
Wow.
Okay. So Doug,
now you make me nauseous because I'm still home.
are you? It's okay. Somebody has to sort of watch that we don't get in trouble. Call the police when we're getting caught.
Playing out like big children.
Yeah. No, that's the idea. So this started in part by, it was an idea of some people who, well, or that's one story that goes with some people who are using a map from some TV show or something like that. Like they, this little village where there was the pub and things like that, and you had the map for that. But then people started using the map from the TV show, and they went to their own little town and they tried to find everything that was on the map. Wow, it looks cold, Doug.
It is.
Oh. Okay. There's no. You don't have snow.
No snow.
Oh, that's
Snow's
at least
all gone.
Well, last time it was all like white outside.
Yep.
Okay. So.
This is inspiring. Great.
Yeah.
I like what's happening.
Okay. So what's happening, Harry?
Amanda is putting on her coat as well. She's inspired, so that's great.
Oh, excellent.
She's my only way to get out, guys.
Hey,
Amanda's going places.
Yes, and Doug is on the move as well, so that's awesome.
We are all going places.
Yes.
Yes,
Doug, could you flip your camera so we get a wide view, so we get more of the neighborhood?
And on the Zoom app,
awesome, Doug.
On the Zoom app, there's a little thing for flipping the camera. So you don't have to flip the phone.
I haven't seen that one. I flipped the phone. This is fine too.
Yeah, there is. So I flip it back and forth.
Sorry, I didn't have my sound. Somehow my sound was off, so I didn't hear you.
Oh, now we can hear you.
Yes, Hen, where are you? Hanneli, where are you?
I'm in Parkhurst in Johannesburg. Very artsy neighborhood, but it's still very early, so it's still very quiet.
Yeah.
Let me just see my video. And I'm using video. I'll take a walk again soon.
Okay. And so, okay, I see both Harry and Doug are walking along a road. That's very interesting. They're walking. Maybe they're going to meet each other. If you walk a little further.
Hey, Doug, is that you over there?
Yeah, I think I see Doug in the background. Harry.
I'm gonna download Zoom, guys.
Yeah, it's probably won't take a long time, but it might take a few minutes.
Hey, Doug!
Oh, you see him? Hey, that's great. Just wave. Just wave. Yeah, I'm gonna wave too if I run into you. Yeah, so that street. I mean, it looks a little familiar, Duck Street. I think I've been there.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Do you see me or the street? Because somehow my tablet suddenly
Well,
doesn't want to play with.
we
Do
saw you for a
see me
moment.
or the street?
Now
Do
we
you
see
me
you.
or I don't want you to see me. I want you to see the street. Yeah, I'll go. Can you see the street?
I can
Now
see
we
the
see
street
you.
behind you. Yeah.
Okay, behind me, not in front of me. Oh, something when I flip the camera.
Yeah. There should be a button that you can push that will let you flip it.
And now, are you
And
still
then now,
seeing me?
Yes.
now we see the street and not you.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So this is Johannesburg.
This is
So,
Janice.
Great.
oh, I think I see Harry. Harry is frozen in carbonite.
Am I? I see
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I'm not. Maybe it isn't Harry. He looks a little unfamiliar. Well, I'm gonna shake his hand. Harry,
Oh, hi.
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 Good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah. I know last time I was less cold, but yeah, things change, right?
Yeah, well, a little patina. It happens to all of us. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So I am behind the Capitol, which is the town hall of Toulouse, which is quite a beautiful building, and there's sort of this tower standing there, which is part left over from some castle or something that was there before. It was sort of the treasure chamber. Now it's the chamber of tourism, but it was like the treasure chest of the castle at some point. That's where I am.
Julie.
Oui, surely. All right, and Doug is walking along the road. I hope it's going somewhere.
It's
Of course,
raining.
most
No,
road
it
is,
just
Yeah.
goes around and around.
well, a lot of roads are like that, but
Yeah,
there
this
could
is
be
the
detours.
this is the road with no end and no turns.
Okay,
Oh.
there's some of those. Well, I think I need to pull another card just to up the game a little bit. So let me see. Next card. Well, that's a little weird. So it says, move to the nearest junction, pause contemplatively, and turn right. So you're going to go to the nearest junction, which is some kind of something is crossing. And then you need to stop a little bit to pause contemplatively and think about things a little bit, and then turn right. So I'm going to do that. Gonna switch around here. Okay.
So what's next?
Hey,
So
Amanda, outside as well. Great.
okay, great.
You're right.
So now we have to flip the view, Amanda,
how do
so
I
we
do
can
that?
see what.
So there's a little button for it.
There's
Upstairs.
On the upper
Yes.
left. There you go.
Yeah, you got it.
So now move to the nearest kind of junction or intersection, anything like that.
Yes.
And pause contemplatively, meaning stop and sort of think about it for a little bit, meditate a little bit, and then turn right.
Then I go home again. That's funny.
No, well, that's not what we want, but we'll see. So I have to go up some stairs here.
Are you now better, Doc?
I'm
So-
still here.
Doug has
Sure,
a boring road.
My phone is getting wet, but it's the old one.
Oh,
The new one, but it's funny.
and hi, Peter. Peter can't talk. He's doesn't have any voice today, but he's gonna listen, I think. So here's a map over Toulouse. Okay, but I'm not looking at the map. I need to go to a junction and then contemplatively turn right.
Fleming,
Oh, yeah,
Fleming, could you point at the map and show us where you are on the map?
that's a good idea. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. So let me
Great
see.
map.
It's a very nice map. So we're We're behind Place Capitol, which is over there, sort of an open square.
Great.
And we're kind of behind it. If you see a little bit behind the sort of this treasure tower, which is where we are. And I hope we get over on the other side because that's kind of cool also. But that's where we are. And there's a river too, which is on the other side of where we are. So one never knows if we end up there. So I'm going to contemplate going right. And actually, there's a doorway into the tourist office.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, well, maybe I should go in there. So, well, let me try it. So I'm walking through the door. Oops, and to the other side. Yeah, okay. So this is a little touristy kind of thing here. Yeah, it's a nice building inside.
So are you going? We have to go somewhere inside.
No, actually, the direction was to go to the nearest.
No task.
Yeah, the task is the nearest junction or intersection, and think about it a little bit, meditate, and then turn right. So I just happened to find a door that went through the tourist bureau, so I walked right through the tourist bureau. That was kind of cool. And I'm gonna pull another card in a little bit. Harry, did you find a place to turn right?
Yes, I did. And did you see me contemplate?
Yeah, I sort of felt the contemplation.
I thought I saw wisps of smoke, Harry.
Yeah, it was quite intense.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so I wish I could contemplate like that. So, and Amanda is crossing the street. That's very good. Yeah. Okay, I have a red. Okay, so you have sort of a square. Okay.
Bicycles.
All right.
So it's a
cool.
Here. I don't know what.
All right. I'm going to. Well, it looks like Hanley has gotten somewhere too. I'm gonna see what the next thing is here. Oh, well, that's a little harder, maybe. It says, well, it says look for a dog and move away from it.
Away from where?
From the dog. You need to look for a dog, and if you find one, then you move away from it.
I think there's only cats here.
Well, if you don't have a dog, a cat is good too. So I mean,
There's
we're quite
coming, maybe.
okay. We're quite liberal. I'm gonna look for a dog.
There's coming one.
Okay. So
Dog left.
I'm gonna turn around. I don't see a dog, but I'm sure there's one somewhere.
I'm gonna pass two. Look at it. What's coming now is synchronicity.
Yeah, that's kind of cool that we are sort of in a similar place. So
I see. There's two coming. Wow.
So we're all walking along some tiled road of some kind.
So I just left the dogs. There were two.
Okay, so you walk away from them. Well, you can choose the direction, I guess, but you have to move away.
There's a new one coming.
Okay, you got to move away from the dog.
We keep walking opposite directions.
Oh, so I haven't found a dog yet. I'm now on the main square where there's some kind of market going on, and I just need to show you the building here. It's kind of cool, but dog, I need a dog. Dog.
So I am in the next square.
Okay.
I just asked what.
I moved to my neighborhood church.
Okay.
Seriously.
That's
I don't know
good.
if the people are at home. Let me see.
I don't know what it means. So yeah.
It's a bit weird here. I live in an interesting neighborhood. Let me see.
Okay. Don't know why nobody has dogs here. Normally, lots of dogs.
Yeah. No. Hey, there's a dog over there.
I don't see. Well, otherwise we have a dog.
See this dog's trying to approach me.
Ah, yeah, the dogs are attacking you.
Have to move away from it. Oh my God, a dog.
Oh, I'm still moving.
I'm also moving. I'm moving towards the area with more dogs. I can hear them bark.
Ah, okay. You can hear them bark. I don't have anything, but I hear some church bells ringing. That's probably the church that Amanda went into.
No. It's a community church, so it has no clocks. But
Oh,
I'm
it
moving to
doesn't.
the next one. So
Well,
I will
maybe.
move on with one.
Okay. Yeah, because I just heard it ring, so maybe we can meet there.
No, there's only one person, and he was not very elegantly looking
Ah.
after books. So that's a
Oh.
visit. See the main
Okay.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Maybe on the way back, I'm gonna see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's pretty nice with the street lights and stuff there. And
Yeah, it's lovely.
yeah.
It's also old. It's 1910.
Yeah. So what's the town called?
The Hague.
The Hague.
Government
Okay,
town
cool.
of,
All right. I haven't been to The Hague
Yet.
and this
yet.
is like
I'm sure I will.
speakers.
Oh, that dog.
Yeah.
Dog has a dog.
No.
Move
No.
away, dog. Move away.
Move away. Yeah, you're not going to be popular.
Dog and the dog. Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know how we move away from Doug.
Yeah, this is Huckleberry.
That's a little. Oh, I see one. I have a white dog there. Okay, so I'm going to have to move away from it. Okay, I'm moving away. All right. I'll have to turn around and look then. Just giving you a view of the town hall there, but I'm moving away from the dog. There's some kind of construction or something here.
I'm moving to the other church.
Okay.
It's nice that you make me walk outside, Fleming.
Yeah, so everybody gets a little bit of exercise.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, you get out to meet some people.
Good thing to do once in a while.
Yeah, so it's good to have a little task.
It's hard to keep up with all the visual information. You get Toulouse and South Africa and The Hague and Eindhoven. All at
Yeah.
once.
So I don't know how to process that either, but that's maybe, I mean, in a certain way, that's sort of like reality. I mean, we're all in different places doing different things. It's kind of an artificial thing that we pretend we're just sitting there looking at each other, talking about one thing.
Wonderful is this.
Oh my God, another dog.
That's another dog. Well, you'll
Go.
you'll have to move away.
Yes, I will.
So I found a couple of houses for sale here. So if everybody wants to move to the Hague, it's possible in this street.
Okay, yeah, we would like that, yeah.
What is the street's name?
It's called Anton de Haamstraat.
Okay.
And there's an example over there. It's all on the ground floor. It's nice. And one more is just sold. This street is wanted. Don't know why.
Okay, so we did go away from the dog.
Yes.
Well, let's see what else we can do. So I don't know what else to pick here. Where am I here? Okay, I'm gonna look at what the phone says. Next card. Oh, I'm not sure I want to do that, but I'm gonna tell you the card. It says search for public transit and follow it if you can. So look for any public.
I just found it. I'm at the tram. Look, there's a tram going.
Oh, go on the tram. That's what you should do.
I'm going against the tram over there. You see? The other one would go that way, so we're still looking for the church on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, I'm next to the railroad, but there's no train where I can hop on at this point.
Well, you're supposed to. Well, you can choose to refuse.
Yes,
well,
that's nice.
We can hitchhike, can't we?
Yeah, we can hitchhike. So
It's
I'm
not public.
actually no, that's not public. So I'm still on the main square. There is a metro station, but it's not working today for some reason. There's a lot of limos standing here that say Airbus on them next to a hotel. So
Oh, you have to take that one then.
well, maybe I can pretend I work for Airbus. So this is like the aerospace capital of Europe because Airbus is here. So there's a lot of businesses around that. So yeah, I could pretend I belong with them.
Is this one?
So what else? Oh, dry dock. Hanneli has found a dry. Oh, that's what it says on the car. Okay, that's cool.
The closest I'll get to a transportation system.
Yeah, so we're looking for transportation. So it's good to sort of identify the infrastructure where you are. Like how do you get around? And
We have the other church, which is basically like a big school.
oh, it's a school.
But it's now a church. It's a church.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
That means it's very closed and dark.
Okay, and Doug has found a car.
So that's great that Doug found something of transport in this wide area.
Yeah, so we do have a getaway car.
Teleport.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we teleport as well?
Well, if you can, yeah, if you know how to, then I mean that would be the really cool thing if actually all of this was connected. So we could just actually, so I would meet Harry at the end of the street here.
That would be
awesome.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
They're really too much virtual.
Yeah.
Do you still know what it is to be analog, Fleming?
Well, I've been online since like the 1980s, so it's a little. I have trouble even not having any connection, kind of thing. But actually, what drives me about it is really the potential for human connection. Like, I mean, it's not interesting itself just to have virtual avatars and stuff, but if it could allow us to feel like we were in the same place.
Yes.
To actually go for a walk on any of these streets. I mean, that's what would be interesting. And really, I mean, with more perceptions, not just sort of a cartoon thing, but that we looked like each other and we could feel it and fill the same space together. I mean, that would be interesting. So, I mean, that's part of what I'm looking for.
I agree.
Yeah.
You see the public transportation system, does Uber count?
Does Uber? Yeah, well, that's sort of almost like modern day public transportation. Yeah. It's cheap, it's everywhere, and we have that in this town also.
So you can take the same car.
Yes. So which car? Yeah. So let's. We can take any of the cars. Yeah. Huh. And let me see. Okay, we got transportation. Oh, I'm just gonna see whatever comes up here next. Am I? Okay. Next task is find a place where you can be alone for a while, rest, and notice your environment. So find a place where you can be alone for a while, rest, and notice your environment. Well, that's going to be a little hard. Be alone.
That was close.
Yeah.
So look at that. There's water going on.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find. Oh, actually, I have one idea, but let me see if it's open.
So is Doug already home?
I am.
He seems to both have a view on a car. Maybe it's out of the window. But he did he did walk down the street.
And a place to be alone.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, and you found a place to be alone. Okay, that's good.
I'm batting 1,000 so far.
Okay.
There's the train. You missed it.
All right. So I'm looking for a good meditative place. So let me see. Well, I will have to go through security here, but let me try. They'll need to see my bag. I'm going to go into the town hall otherwise.
Yeah, don't
I
get
think-
arrested, Fleming.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
try
gonna
not
go
to.
home for seeing all the screens because I'm getting cold hands and my phone is getting wet. So I'm
Yeah.
just turning around a bit.
Sure. It's hard
But
to
it's
keep
nice.
up with all the.
Neighborhood a bit.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah.
No, I'll probably take the jacket.
Is it raining at your place, Harry?
No, it's dry. It's lovely to walk
Oh,
outside.
it's just wet here.
Yeah, but you're in The Hague, so you get all the.
You see, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Fog.
I have to report that Zoom takes a lot of battery, and I was just battery was at a third, and he's now at 10%. So if I drop out because of battery power.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
Which is
still at 40. So I'm fine, but I'm just having a cold hand. So yeah. So no familiar faces yet, which is weird. Why didn't we meet our hometown people yet, guys?
I'm gonna walk into the town hall.
Okay. Did anyone meet anyone?
Yeah. I've met Tammy, I've met
I
Sam.
didn't say. Well, I only said hello to the security. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've met Harry and I met Tammy. And
I mean, in the street.
like today,
Yeah, not
Yeah,
in this school.
I just said,
No.
yeah, I said hello to the security lady. That was all.
Yeah, but no familiar people like your friend
No,
or
didn't meet
someone.
anybody. No.
Me neither. Which is weird, actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I know a lot of
I
people.
sometimes have to hide in my own street.
Yeah.
Like, no, not all my friends and my neighbors. Let's get away from this town. So yeah. So why don't we have a virtual dog?
Yeah, that would be nice. So I'm town hall, which has the whole little museum. With various things that have some relevance to, well, I don't know how that has a relevance to Toulouse, but it's beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful, yeah.
It is
And
beautiful.
And look at this! Look at the ceiling. It's like a whole Sistine Chapel thing.
Yeah.
Oh, look. There's a little bit of a church community
Yeah. Okay.
room and a restaurant, weird enough.
Yeah.
Combined. It used to be a snack bar on the other side.
All right.
It's weird.
And in Toulouse, if one gets married,
Then
one might get married here in the town hall in this building. It would be a beautiful place to get married.
so are you suggesting we all get to Toulouse?
Yeah, so you should all come, and I'll take you on a real tour. Yeah, you're all welcome anytime.
I'm always I don't know why.
No, it's lovely to to meet people in person and online. I mean, both directions. It really makes it more real.
Yes.
But yeah, we should go and visit all of us. So I visited Harry in Antwerp. Through.
Yep.
Eindhoven.
And where are you now, Harry? I forgot.
I went back to the Netherlands, in the south of Netherlands, and I'm walking through Eindhoven, which is totally world.
All right.
So you see some couple of trams again going.
This is interesting for Hannelie.
Yes.
This is the General Botha Street. This is South African statesman, it says.
Oh, he was. It was not good for us though, but yeah.
No, I know, but he still has a street named after him. Right here.
I found my dogs as well. Real ones. No, he was not a good man.
No, it's a Botha Street, but well, that's how it works. I've never been here before. The Dérive got me somewhere else. I've never been here before. It's so complex here. Ateliers. The studios. Great. This is the look at the bicycle orchestra. Apparently, bicycle. You see,
Bicycle orchestra.
Yeah, it says fietsorkest, which means bicycle orchestra.
Orchestra, awesome.
So today
has a part of musical sticking out here.
Fietsorkest. Ah, that's cool.
I don't know, never heard about it.
Speaking about bicycles.
Nice.
Speaking about bicycles as well, yeah?
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, you got a bicycle thing.
So many. I can show you more if you want.
There's a lot of bicycles in the Netherlands.
There is amazing. It's so bad that they try to give fines to bicyclists for old bicycles outside. But they're
really?
So basically, the people here they do not longer use all these cars also so much. And all the bicycles are not old. They're all being used. So now they don't know what to do. Many. I'm taking an extra round for you guys.
Yeah.
The worst streets where my friend lives. Lovely.
So you won't find a lot of bikes here on the road. Because you will be killed.
Oh. Well, there are bicycles in Toulouse, but they're not. Mostly, it's tourists using them.
In the Netherlands, bikes are an integral part of the public transport. You can hire bikes.
Yeah. Integral part of being human.
Yeah. It's a body part.
At least
so it's kind of
There's a story on the wall.
Oh, that's a whole story there.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a
Oh,
moped.
Lord.
Yeah.
So here's a bunch. You see? This is just
And
a
here's a
bunch.
dog as well. And here's a dog.
yeah, move away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to move away forever.
Well, some people do.
Well, yeah, some people can just keep moving. Yeah.
So I'm moving to the next street. Right.
So I'm going to give us a last card, which says, it's a little different too. It says, imagine the place at night.
Could you repeat? I got a bad reception.
Imagine the place at night. You need to imagine how it looks. Yeah, so imagine like it would be at night, and for Harry and Amanda, it's already sort of, well, it's not night, but it's
Yes.
evening.
Yes.
Yeah, for me as well.
Yeah, well, it's beginning to be. I mean, the sun is going down. If I had made it down to the river, I could probably have seen the sun go down. It's over in that direction.
We're going
maybe.
into the street with many bicycles now.
Yeah.
It's coming up slowly.
Yeah.
Just gonna be smiling a little later. Today it's okay.
And there's here in the middle of the square here, there's a big, it's the cross of Toulouse, which has 12 points. There's a huge version here, which has the astrological signs in each of the 12 corners, but it looks great from the air. Oh, there's a
So
cactus.
close in Toulouse. Look, here comes the bicycles here. Voilà.
And here, if you want a cactus.
Doug is busy here. This is one of the busiest areas in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And we're still creating green and solar panels and stuff like that. So people are relatively left wing here, which is cool. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I can easily imagine this place at night because I've been here at night a lot, and there's a lot of nightlife introduced. It's a quite young city with a large student population. About a third of the population are students on the various universities, so a lot of people are out on the street and until late at night.
Good. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice that it's lively. So now let's move. Yeah, we can move towards sort of. I mean, what we do at the end of each of these meetings is sort of a meta section where we examine what we learned or what happened, kind of thing. So.
Okay.
So this could be a good time for that.
Do I have to return home?
No, you don't have to return home. You can stay out, roaming the streets as long as you want.
Until next week.
Until next week, yeah. Just keep walking, stay away from dogs, turn right, contemplate.
I'll return it.
Yeah, these are your directions
tell me
for
to
life.
go home.
What happened to the guy with the hat?
And the guy with the hat, I don't know. I mean, I maybe should have followed him more. Maybe he was going somewhere really interesting. He had like red pants on and stuff. He was kind of cool. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
So I don't remember, this is not necessarily the first time we've done something a little bit outside, but I think it's the first time where it would mostly happened walking around on on the street. I think at other times it's been sort of accidental.
Well, if I may,
there was one of our meetings where Harry?
Okay, there's latency. I love walking outside and feel the group being connected. So that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
What's more challenging is the fact that I have to look around me, kind of in my own, but half of my attention is going to the screen, and it's very hard to process all the visual information, and that's kind of sad. I have to review the recording because there's so much information. I can't keep up with all the surroundings of the people, and of course very interested to see where Doug lives or Hannelie lives and all that. So this is worth a review, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, it's maybe you're right. It's probably too much that we're all doing. I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, I would also like to follow each of us to really explore where Amanda lives and why does she have this? Why is the school turned into a church and where are the bicycles? I mean,
exactly.
Just exploring how it actually is.
Yeah, you could do that on a Saturday. It's better. You can meet everyone.
So
Okay.
one possibility is to follow one person. We all sort of go for a walk with Doug or with Colin or with Harry or with somebody.
That's me, guys. It's true what Harry said. So I'm gonna try to reach home before it dies.
Yeah.
I was thinking from a conversation point of view, it's interesting that the visual information is so complex. I suppose that sitting in our chairs,
a good connection and whether the phone works and what direction is pointed, all the technical stuff is sort of in the way. And I'd love it to be really just being present with a bunch of people walking around somewhere and talking about what we see or what that means. So that's kind of lovely.
Yeah, well, that's definitely one part of the story to experience. So one or two at a time would be fun. A little game, like it's nice to experiment, and that's what you're doing, and playfully.
Yeah, it could be two people. You used to say, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could talk on that just a higher level note that when everybody's just in their chairs, it lets me think like this is what's going on in people's minds. But really, it's a lot more complicated. So trying to have a conversation with just, it's kind of a metaphor for the difficulty to have a conversation of what's actually in somebody's head when they're just sitting in the chair. This is like a very small part of that. Not only what does the church look like, but a million other things. Anyway, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a good point because it's kind of like, I mean, the same what we've talked about with mind maps. I mean, lots of things are going on for people already. We're not just sitting looking at each other with blank minds. I mean, we have a million associations with different things and stuff is going on that is still there. So the more we can make that somehow present or see some of that, I mean, not necessarily all at the same time. That's what we're learning here too. We don't want to see the whole content of everybody's filing cabinets at the same time, but it would be nice if they were accessible.
Yeah, it's kind of like provokes a little bit of a tease or to scratch that itch almost. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, any of this we could go further with it. So yeah.
I think it's all right.
Did you get home, Amanda? She's losing her connection. It's also like the technical thing of expecting to have a connection all the time. That doesn't always work.
Yeah, it was definitely tricky going from stationary to mobile, and then figuring out mobile in terms of front camera, back camera. And yeah.
It's tricky.
Where and who is Han up in the corner?
Not me.
Well, that's
Hannelie. So she's there twice.
Annalie
She's at-
Mobile, and then there's Annalie's home graphic.
Yeah, the
Okay.
same for me. I'm home and I'm also here.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I think that's so peaceful and calm. I've been watching that.
Yeah, and I'm sleeping next to it every night. So it's amazing to be in the suburban area and then to come within a block. This is next to the suburban area.
Yeah.
And here's Fleming on the lake.
So I'm down by the river, which is the Garonne, which is the main river running through Toulouse. And as you can see, there are people here juggling, and there's the Pont Neuf, the oldest bridge in town. It's but yeah, it's beautiful. I'm happy to live in a place like this.
Well, I've got to go. I'm afraid I'm out of rope.
Well,
But
we're done anyway. So
but it was real. It was fun. I'm
That's
sorry.
wonderful. Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry. I was in such a black and white Coen Brothers movie environment that I could spend 40 minutes walking outside, and it seems like the scenery never changed.
well, there's some kind of meaning in that too.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
I mean, that's sometimes how it is. So
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
And Amanda's back, and I'm going, bye.
Bye, Duke.
hey, and
My
that's back.
camera died.
It's okay. So, but otherwise, we're more or less done. Okay, you're back home. Now we
Yeah.
see you. Okay, but otherwise, we try to keep these meetings to about an hour, just so that it's predictable. Oh, my phone just tells me that it's down to 15%, so I'm running out soon as well. Anyway, if anybody
Thank
has
you.
any final wisdom, otherwise I will thank you for participating in this crazy walking around town.
You have more connectedness without looking at the screen. So I did not look at my screen during the walk, and it makes you feel close. And then I have to trust more other senses than normally behind the screen. So that's interesting.
There could be a point in maybe just meeting in audio, but sharing a visual experience. So like maybe one person is walking around and the rest of us are just voices in the ear. So we don't have to think about switching cameras. So that's another possibility.
And we could interview people.
Yeah, we could like stop and interview people who are there and connect with people in other places and see what happens. So there's a lot of possibilities. Well, good. I don't know what we'll do next time, but something equally silly, maybe, or not, or serious. It changes each time.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to disconnect also before my phone dies. So thank you all for being here. It was lovely going for a walk with all of us, seeing our towns.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.